Yes, guys, I'm finally here with uh, episode 10 review of Musume, which all of episode 10 takes place in volume 5 of the manga, which means we still don't have the chapter 17 from volume 4 of the manga, which, oh well, we see the girl from that chapter show up in this episode, so there's a chance she may show up in the next one. And I wonder, oh, I'm almost sure we don't get into this volume 7 because that is the latest volume. So, yeah, maybe in season 2. And also, they cheat a little at the end because we only see double and then they put in like different races, I think, or dragon races. So they cheat a little, which means they can't possibly fit in all the girls. But it's a bit sad that they cheat a little on the race chart because I was looking forward to seeing doubles race chart. But yeah, also in this episode, it confirmed that Mrs. Smith is not human because she moves at one uh, point in this episode she moves at a superhuman speed, and yeah, that pretty much confirms she isn't human. Oh hell, actually, what I think happened, to not joke about it. Oh well, what I think happened is that the studio that does this animation of Musume forgot a frame or two, which caused it to look that Mrs. Smith is moving at superhuman speed. So yeah, because I think she may be a human, but still, she could be something else. But yeah, let's get back to episode 10 and talk about it, because there's two girls showing up in this episode. And it's some of my favorite girls. But let's talk about the first one, Key. Key is a dryad, and dryads, as we find out, because what's it called? Our main character, Papi, and Sue is out on a picnic in the forest, and Papi don't recall why she wanted to go on her date with our main character that basically goes there. And the reason why is that she earlier that week had, you know, uh, picked up what's her name again, Key, um, from a car that Mrs. Smith had stopped um, because the people that drove the car had kidnapped Key from a forest and basically, like illegally taking her to Japan. And Puppy, yeah, what does she do with it? Yeah, she just sees that Key is weak, so she plants her. But sadly, some people has been dumping stuff in the forest, and Dryads is very attuned to the forest. So this angers her, and combined with the anger she has for humans, almost causes her to, like break her main character because she has grown huge because of that pollution. She's basically like absorbed insanely amount, and it's not the only thing that has grown big. Her boobs has also grown big because in her normal, let's say, non-polluted form, she's basically a lolly. She is like, oh man, I really think I'm gonna use that because that's more friendly. That picture than the lily one, and yeah, I think I'm gonna use that as thumbnails. Yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah. And as I said, she hates humans, so she has basically captured what's it called, Puppy, and what's it called, our main character in Vines, and sent Sue flying, and she has landed in the pollution which she has absorbed, and yeah, it's really, really great because the way we see Mega Sue is that we see the tail, and when you see that tail, if you've seen a Gojira movie or Godzilla, and I'm not talking about the 99, the one before the year shift, the millennium shift to 2000. I'm talking about the old one, the really good Godzilla movies. Uh, then you will recognize that tail, and I'm like, that wasn't in the manga, and I have checked, it wasn't, but I'm okay with it because it's so great. Because we didn't see Sue basically huge, and she basically like takes Puppy and main character back, and yeah, man, she has also become very intelligent, and yeah, she concludes that the best way to, oh, actually, wait a second, there's one thing I need to talk about because it's also a great, like homage to Gojira movies because when uh, Sue and what she called that girl, let me think, Key fights. Uh, it's basically the screen is like seeing a monster movie, a classic monster fighting movie where they basically fight. It's so great. But back to Sue being intelligent, she is basically like she cannot defeat, Key, or maybe she could, but it was like it damaged her, beyond repair. So she concludes that the best way to get Sue Key back to her sense is by draining her of what is it called, the pollution. And how do they do that? They suck on her tit. First it's Puppy, but let's see. Key, she doesn't like that, so she sent Puppy flying, and well, the task then falls on our main character, and oh man, it of course it's yeah, it's good. He of course gets to do it, and yeah, it's really great. Oh man, it's so great. And then the scene afterwards that follows is basically Smith showing up and talking to Key, who she basically says that if she wants, that they can get her back to a forest or she can stay here. Um, but Key, she says that she's okay with staying here if Papi and Sue is coming to play. And then she looks at our main character and says, "But you don't have to come here." And that is basically Smith found out that the reason why is because he sucked on her tits, and oh man, it's so great. And okay, there was one last person in the group, basically on the picnic. There was some Biene. She got actually like buried under some raw, what's called earth. So yeah, oh man, that's great. And then we switched to my least favorite girl. I really don't like her. Centorea stayed with our main character, which at first I was actually confused because why would the people be afraid of Centorea? I know she has boobs, that is. I'm sure those could kill a man if you like if she slammed them into a guy's head. I'm sure that could happen. But enough about that. The reason actually is because she was wearing full armor, and that looks, of course, strange in this day and age. And of course, yeah, she's been asked by our main character to take off at least the helm. So yeah, and also as you, yeah, and yeah, that's basically she tries to follow him because she want to protect him, but that kind of like goes wrong, and she's been, of course, she's been observed by one of the Mons girls, Monoka, the Cyclops, or I cannot recall the correct name. Uh, she's been like keeping an eye out for D, but she's been disturbed by a girl uh, uh, who then talks to her and yeah acts normal because her hair is down and she looks normal. But when she sees that she only has one eye, she is like scared. And it's actually funny because that girl is Lily, a devil, and she loves to play with people. I really love Lily. I really love her. And I'm really sad what happens to her in this episode and what happens later on. Basically, I'm so sad that they degrade her so much because I I really want her to be a part of the household harem and not just Arachnia's plaything or yeah. But let's talk about basically. Let's say the Centorea is a little getting a little down because she can basically not do anything from our main character. Uh, and actually, what breaks the straw is that at the what's called the sandwich she had made. Yeah, when the main character eats it, it doesn't taste of anything. Yeah, it doesn't taste of anything. And he, of course, is nice and says it tastes good. Then Arachnia, who has been like sneaking with them, she takes one of the sandwich and says it doesn't taste of anything. And this, of course, breaks the Centuria's heart because she really tried hard to, like bring good food to their picnic, to their date. So she runs away and encounters Lily, who, with a little hypnosis, like makes her basically like realize that she can do something for him, and it's, shall we say, it's R18 or whatever it is in your place in the world. Basically, let's say it's adult stuff. And she would, of course, never do that normally because she is like very shy. But yeah, she almost, like raped some main character. Yeah, she almost does that. But she has been, thanks to a ball basically coming running, uh, she's actually been, like, what's it called? She breaks out of hypnosis and is realizing that she has basically shown her bosom to our main character, and yeah, that ball actually also runs after, Lily and causes her to get captured by what's it called, Arachnia, which yeah, let's actually save that for later and go back to what's it called, Centorea, because uh, while our main character can't defeat this boar because it's huge, Centorea just picks up a tree lumber and slams it. And then our main character basically, like when she says that she can't do anything other than that, our main character, like mounts, like a horse, and says that his ankle got strangled from the when the boar attacked previously, so she needs to ride him home. And at home, she makes everybody some salad. Yeah, I can understand Pappy and Sue's face basically being so sad. But back to Lily, because uh, Arachnia captured her and thought she was just a child playing pranks, but it turns out that Lily is actually an adult. So she's gonna get some adult punishment, which we are into. We are talking SM here. And yeah, that scene, I considered using that as thumbnails, but I think that is a little bit too raunchy. And oh man, it's so sad that they does that to Lily. It really makes me sad. But that's basically all of it. This Monster Musume. I must say, I hope that we see episode. Let me think. Yes, it actually it actually fits perfectly that it will be chapter 17 next time. But until so, we'll most likely have that. But until next time, guys, see ya and have a good day, good night wherever you are, and see you guys later. Cheers.